you can't say that, you know.
This is an ad, and I don't mean for Dondoko Island, and I don't mean for this video. Look at my subscriber count. I mean, Dondoko Island itself is an ad. Kind of. I feel like a lot of us who played Infinite Wealth wrote Dondoko Island off. I don't see a lot of discussion about it online or videos about it on YouTube. I stuck around on Dondoko for a few hours when I first arrived, and maybe after it kicked me off. Not exactly sure of the timeline, but once I stopped going, I never really had a desire to go back. So in an attempt to find something nice to say about Infinite Wealth, I went back to the island. Dondoko Island is a satire, parody, homage? It's Animal Crossing. Even down to the talking bird that allows you to travel to other players' islands. But this is when things start getting weird. The Sujimon mechanic from Yakuza 7 doubles down on the awkwardness of capturing people to fight for you and gives you a Sujimon plantation where your Sujimon begrudgingly work for you, thus training them, and you pet them to raise their friendship level and thus their work output. How long do you think they kept Suji slaves as their placeholder name for this idea? We'll talk more about the plot and the actual mechanics of Dondoko Island in a later video, but let's talk about the branding of the island and its two mascots, Muku and Gachapin. The latter a green dinosaur, and the former a red yeti. When I first found out that these were children's television characters, I assumed that they were part of some Sesame Street clone, and turns out I was right.
Hirake Ponkiki is Japan's answer to Sesame Street. The show was explicitly inspired by Sesame Street, and the show teaches kids some basic counting, shapes, and life lessons. Two of the most popular characters from Hirake Ponkiki are the sibling monsters Gachapin and Mook.
And it's not their first time in a video game either. But notably, it does seem that these two have little to do with Don or Doko. You know, Dondoko. So who does? You know, Don Lemon.
I'm more like John Lennon, he more like Don Lemon. Than me on Uncle Tom, but more like Tom 7. What did you say, nigga?
No, stupid, Don Quixote.
Oh yeah!
A quick scan of the Don Quixote website, and what do you know? They've got a location in Hawaii. Okay, but who are these penguins? Don Pen and Don Ko. Don Pen, Don Ko. Don Do, Don Doko. Don Doko. Don Doko. I don't even know what to say. Is it a bad thing, really? I don't know if it's a good thing, but there's literally a Don Quixote store in every game, so why would this even be an issue, or even worth making a whole video about? I don't know, but isn't it weird how low-key this is? Like, it's not a reach. Look at how their names are stylized on the website. Also, Donko is mostly shrouded in a veil of mystery, is the most terrifying description of a penguin mascot that I could imagine. Who are you, Donko? Back on topic. Why even obfuscate this? Is it because of the Suji slave? What the hell?
Hey, watch your... oh well, he'll live. Right then, guess we'll take him to the island. Honestly, turtle demon. Oh, that's just plain rude. Wouldn't you say, Kamakichi?
RGG is bad at DLC. I don't even think that's a controversial opinion at this point. Like, let's be real. What is the point of buying level boosters for an offline game? We will come back to this question as RGG gave us an answer, and trust me, you're not gonna like it. Before we continue though, thank you to the sponsor of this video, Dondoko Island. Ever since I was rescued and brought to Dondoko, I can't help but think that there's no place like home. But there's no place better than Dondoko Island. And a special shout out to Muku and Gachapin for allowing me to continue uploading videos. If you want them to keep letting me make these, subscribe. I really need this or they're gonna send me to the farm. After a quick check to confirm, it looks like RGG first dipped its toes into the DLC waters in Yakuza Like a Dragon. All released at launch, it included 6 separate packs, one of which is currently free, though I'm not positive it was on release. The current total in USD is $49.95 on Steam, which is $20 more than the Legendary Hero Edition, which costs $90 on release. There are 2 costume sets, the Legends and the Ultimate costume set, $4.99, and $14.99 respectively. The Legend set includes the most iconic costumes for the most iconic characters in the series, and the Ultimate set allows you to ape fits from other characters in the Like a Dragon game. The ad shows Psycho in the Hamaka fit, which is kind of funny because foreshadowing is when. There's also a job set DLC which gives you the Devil Rocker and Matriarch jobs for $4.99 and a host of new employees for the management minigame for $9.99. Finally, there's a karaoke set for $14.99, which includes pretty much all of the previous karaoke songs. These all fall under add-ons on the PlayStation Store, but these are considered to be in-game items according to Steam, so I guess they're separate from the DLC. But they include a crafting set for $9.99 and a stat boost set for $9.99, granting you a bunch of manuals and level up tall boys. The crafting set is whatever. I mean, it does take a long time to gather all those cockroaches, but the weird thing is, if you've played the game, you'd know. The level up packs, the stat boost set, is completely unnecessary to beat the game, to even have, a full experience with the game. Pay to win is stupid, but I can respect the art of the flex. This is a pointless $10 pack. Ranking low-level jobs is trivial work, and even training higher ranking jobs in this game is a breeze. If you need to spend money on this, maybe Legend difficulty just isn't for you. I get it though. The Majima Saejima fight is brutal. Next game, Like a Dragon Ishin. Still a whopping $70 for the deluxe. Like a Dragon Ishin does have some free skins for your sword as DLC packs that released after the game was released on some kind of schedule, I assume. I was honestly too busy cooking. The other $4.99 DLC is just a costume pack. As for the items you can buy, for $2.99, you can buy material packs for your sword and your gun. These are separate packs. You can buy the Armament Expansion Kit, which gives you a bunch of troopers and items for them. It also looks like they removed all the marketing related to the streamer trooper cards. You guys remember that? Like, they advertise them in the game. I have a lot of problems with this element of the game that deserves its own video, but ultimately, it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the game. I just don't like to think about it. Maybe that's why they got rid of it. Streamers aside, I kind of wish more developers did this, honestly. I know cosmetics and packs like these are supposed to be looked down upon, but considering the price of the game and the amount of crafting you can do, I kind of think it's fair. Even though it's still $70, while Like a Dragon right now is $20, it was still cheaper for the highest cost version on release. Like a Dragon being $90. Games keep getting more and more expensive, and we're not even getting packaging anymore. So if a developer wants to sell a $2.99 crafting pack and keep the price of their game relatively low, I'm okay with that. But if a $20 difference doesn't mean much to you, how about $50? Infinite Wealth. Was this a troll? Honestly, every video I make, every script I write, I feel like the tongue-in-cheek irony I assumed in the title of the game is less of a joke and more of a confession. Coming in at an insane 19 DLC packs, the total cost for Infinite Wealth's DLC is, Jesus Christ, $158.81, which is $40 more than the $120 Ultimate Edition for the entire game on release. It's so bad that it gives you the option to pay $199 for an outfit that you wear in-game. Needing to unlock it in-game, fine. But it is Ichiban's suit. He already owns it. And thus, by the transitive property of video game characters, we should already own it. Or at least it's like some kind of unlockable that we have to jump through 6 hoops to get. Not only that, but they have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10 leveling sets for purchase, ranging from $2.99 to $15.99. And this brings us back to the question from the beginning of the video. What is the point of buying level boosters for an offline game? Primarily offline anyway. On Dondoko Island, you can visit Dondoko Farm and talk to Penguin, who will allow you to travel to other islands, other players' islands, using the online features. Visit Dondoko Island today. Anyway, the answer can be found in the $20 Master Vacation Bundle DLC. You might not realize it yet, but this guy caused a lot of controversy, as it is the DLC version of the New Game Plus and other stuff, I guess, that is included in the $120 Ultimate Edition. But despite me being brain dead enough to spend the $120 on the game, the only brain cells that are working are the cynical ones. So have any of you actually played the New Game Plus? As you can see, I beat the game on hard, and I didn't have a channel, so I wasn't recording my gameplay, but you'll just have to trust me that I didn't pussy out, and I played the game in a way that courted challenge. I wasn't trying to speed run the game, and I really did struggle at times, but I beat it. I even spent time in that DLC dungeon that, what is probably still the title, led you to believe this video was about. But watch what happens when I step into the first fight in the New Game Plus and Legend difficulty.
いい加減にしろ。さっさとその金拾って消えろ。かっこつけてんじゃねえ。所詮てめえだって元ヤクザだろうが。なめやがって。さっさと始めようぜ。仕方ねえ。少し頭冷やしてもらうぜ。
Now, before you say anything about me playing New Game Plus on Legend difficulty before doing either one individually, this is the most natural progression. Am I supposed to play the 100+ hour game 3 times just to play Legend difficulty on New Game Plus? This fight is impossible. I cannot play New Game Plus, and it's not a skill issue. You can barely even level this job on one playthrough. And why would you when you just spent $5 to play as the football guy? Not to mention the job changes as you lose your Hello Work job like right after this fight. I don't remember, and I can't go find out because I can't make it past the fight. Or, I don't know, maybe I'm dumb. Look, the issue with this fight is not so much the difficulty as it is you are handicapped from using your full arsenal of abilities through the fight, which makes the fight a little hard to accomplish because you're locked off from any ability to actually have an impact early on in the fight, and you're so weak because you have no weapons, because this job doesn't ever actually get leveled up throughout the game. You're stuck at this low rank even though you have a high level. So then your only option is to go back and level a job you don't have. This isn't a skill issue. I can't even heal. Either way, Muku and Gachapin are telling me to wrap it up, so I got a dondoko, a go-go. Again, thank you to Muku and Gachapin and the Dondoko Island team for rescuing me and sponsoring the video. Remember to subscribe so they don't put me to work on the farm. Subscribe for more videos. Bye. I spent 100 days on Dondoko Island to see if I can turn this failing trash heap into a world-class 5-star resort.
We're going to stage a comeback, the likes of which nobody has ever seen.
While you're here, I want to show you something real quick. This is my returning viewer stat. There's at least 1,100 of you guys that have come back to watch another video. If you all could just do me a favor and sugarcoat that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it, as getting some traction on this channel will help me make better content for you. So, subscribe for better content. Located somewhere off the coast of Hawaii, this island boasts an extensive ecosystem of insects, plants, fish, and a wealth of natural resources. It's hard to see how this island ever got off track. I've been here for about a week now, and what I've gathered from the locals is that there was a fearsome pirate known as Dread Pirate Hook who, with his swashbuckling invaders, would dump trash on the surrounding island resorts that have since gone out of business, and Dondoko is just his latest and longest standing victim, but we'll talk about him later. First, I'll tell you about the rest of the Dondoko team. You know Muku and Gachapin. Next is Matayoshi, then the construction guy, Kenzo. He does renovations to the house that we have on the island. Then Subaru, a production marketing savant that became Matayoshi's adopted son when the ship he was on was attacked by pirates. Speaking of which, 1 second.
Hey, stop!
Out of the motherfucking way!
Beating up these invaders is pretty easy. I hope they don't just become a monotonous distraction. Anyway, it's getting pretty late here on Dondoko, so let's go back to my place. Ever since being abducted by my best friends Muku and Gachapin, I've had a lot of time to catch up on relaxation that I've missed out on. But that doesn't mean I'm just sitting on my ass all day. I'm putting in work like destroying trash piles, chopping down trees with a bat, and destroying rocks. When I first got here, figuring out what to do was a bit overwhelming. Luckily, Muku and Gachapin gave me a suggestion box to keep me on track. Help me get started. Obviously, there's the chopping of tree and smashing of rock, but there's also these DIYs you can build from materials you can collect around the island. These will, in turn, increase the popularity and satisfaction of your island, which is how we turn Dondoko back into the best island resort possible. Isn't it weird we call them invaders and not pirates?
Let's make it happen, team!
I sure slept well last night.
It feels like it's been forever since we last talked. Gachaku, they asked me to call them that to save time. Anyway, Gachaku has had me working on DIYs nonstop. Thought I should take a break from documenting. Don't want to burn out, you know? But in the meantime, come take a look at the island. As you can see, we've made a lot of improvements. We've even opened up new sections of the island, like the lake, the caves, the meadow? Yes, of course, the meadow. Oh, and the lighthouse too. Wow, you know, it'd be cool if we could go inside of the lighthouse and get like a bird's eye view of the island. Can we do Dread Pirate Hook sent in some of his lieutenants or something? I don't really remember, and the junk piles are a more formidable opponent. Oh, and another thing, we're getting guests now. That's right, we're already a 3-star resort. I'm surprised it happened so fast. I mean, it's only been what, a week? 2.5? What? Oh no. Oh no. No. Seems like I came down with a bit of heat stroke last time we spoke. Sorry if it got weird, but luckily I had Gachaku to save me from the worst of it. To get some rest, they sent me over to Dondoko Farm. I was totally unfamiliar with the place, so I was quite shocked when I awoke to find Shack Lady and Training Lady keeping me company. That's not their names. Saya and Yui keeping me company. Apparently the Sujimon I befriended have all decided to come work for free on Dondoko Island of their own volition, regardless of their friendship level.
I'll do my best. Yeah, sure. You kidding?
Despite I myself needing rest and returning to my home each night, the Sujimon work and train tirelessly, sometimes for days at a time, all in the hopes of getting a belly rub from me. I oblige them occasionally. Gachaku have also had me working on indexing all of the species on the island. So far we've made pretty decent progress on that and the suggestion box. Since you're here, I asked Subaru to set up a campfire for us.
In the depths of your despair, the pot is dark. Deep in your nightmare, the demon pot. Come on, we're dining in hell. Party night! Let's keep it going!
I have a confession to make. I've never completed a Pokedex. I've played a lot of Pokemon in my life too. Emerald, of course. I played through each of the Sinnoh games separately, like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I've even played Pokemon Red if you count the version you can emulate on a TI-86. Or whatever calculator that was. A lot of Pokemon, no Pokedex. Never even seen a national dex, or whatever it's called. The point of Pokemon to me was always to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them was my real test, but training them was my cause. So, after I passed the test of catching a Pokemon, that was it. Besides, why keep a bunch of Pokemon in a box anyway? How does that even work? So, I really took completing this thing seriously, and began catching bug after bug, fish after fish, to fill up the Dokopedia. Oh, so Dokodex is where we draw the line? And we got invaded again. Remember that thing I said I hoped didn't happen? Well, I think it's happening. Allow me to introduce you to Pingwing. Pingwing allows you to travel to other islands. Because I defeated Dread Pirate Hook and turned the island into a bustling 5-star resort, Gachaku has given me free reign to research the other islands so I can create the best island possible. They would prefer I kept the discussion of invaders to a minimum as it frightens the guests, so just know he was more bark than he was bite.
You bastard!
I talked to Pingwing and we hit our first island. And what the fuck? Okay, obviously this is just a gimmick to get to the top of the leaderboard, but I do wonder how long it took to get all of the pearls to make these fountains. Unless you just bought them all. I kind of hope you made them. That would be impressive. Anyway, surely the next island will inspire me. No, I guess not. There is some variety here, I guess, but not much. But hey, I caught this weird looking bug. Little did I know this weird looking bug was the beginning of the end for me and my time on the island. I've spent much time here on the island. My suggestion box is near complete, and my Dokopedia is only missing one bug. This will not stand. Where once training was my cause, now it is collecting. I must have every bug. I will have every bug. There is nothing left for me in progress. I do not know what day it is. In my search to find the Tsukishino, I have lost track of time. I cannot tell the hour, let alone the day. Gachaku has been enjoying the fruits of my labor, unaware of the hopeless abyss of masturbatory statues and disgustingly elegant fountains. Though they wish me to reach the top, I could not subject such a dear friend, or even my worst enemy, to endure such a vapid, unfulfilling life. I shall make one final attempt to catch the bug. Yo, no fucking shot. Let's fucking go. No, seriously, let's get out of here.
Is anything wrong?
Are you kidding me? You guys have been here the whole time. I've just been away and you guys have just been standing here waiting for me to come back. I'm going home. Bye.